I just finished my workout and I told myself I have to do the whole episode again. In this episode, we are discussing one of the hardest balancing acts: honoring your family amidst the pressure. It's 4:30 on a Tuesday afternoon. You received your results earlier and it didn't turn out as well as you expected. You studied, you prayed, you put in your best, but this weren't enough. And now you are in front of your parents' house about to turn the doorknob. You hesitate. Your shoulders are dropped. You sigh. Why? Because you're not looking forward to seeing the disappointment on your parents' face. What would they say? And now you're thinking, should you tell them everyone struggled with the whole semester, or you weren't feeling too well during the exams? Then you stop, because deep down you know this conversation is not about the grades. It's about the fear of letting down your loved ones. If you've ever felt this knot in your stomach, then this episode is for you, and I will enjoin you to watch till the end. In this episode, we are discussing one of the hardest balancing acts: honoring your family amidst the pressure. This episode will help you protect your peace without rebelling against your loved ones.
It's more than surviving, it's learning to thrive, keeping the passion and focus alive.
Let's be honest, in many of our homes, family expectations are non-negotiable. Picture this: it's a Sunday afternoon and you're enjoying a sumptuous meal with your parents and siblings. And in the midst of the quietness, your mom says, "Jude, did you hear your cousin Anna graduated with the first class and she already got a scholarship into Harvard University? The food doesn't taste the same again. You probably already lost your appetite." Let me give you a different scenario. Your aunt comes visiting and they see you sitting idle, just probably working on your tablet, on your laptop, or just taking the fresh air outdoor. And she says to you, "Jonah, what are you studying in school?" And you already imagine how you intend to respond, because you know where the conversation is going. Slowly, you begin to carry burdens and expectations that were not designed for you to carry alone. Some of you are the golden child, the firstborn, the torchbearer, and you're silently drowning under the weight of school fees, of rent, of expectations that you should succeed in your academics. Hear this: if resting makes you feel guilty, or getting a B feels like a personal tragedy, or if you cannot enjoy a single day without drowning in anxiety, then these expectations have become a burden. These and many more examples are our experiences in our families. To fix this, we need some maturity. You need to understand that your parents are talking from a place of deep love and fear. Fear of poverty, fear of failing in life, fear of you going through the insecurity and instability that they went through. They mostly do not want you to struggle the way they struggled. When they push you hard, they genuinely believe that they are protecting you. But good intentions is not equal to good impact. Look at the disconnect. The intent. The intent is, I want my child to succeed. The impact, you are having anxiety attacks before exams. Second example of intent, I want them to have a secure future. The impact, you cannot sleep because you're terrified of disappointing them. This disconnect is where young people silently break. And one anchor line that you should hold dearly is that your report is a reflection of your performance. That doesn't measure your value. You know, I recall my high school days, the times I underperformed. One thing I forever appreciate my parents for, they never compared me with other students. They saw the low grades, but they encouraged me. They asked me how I could perform better. And over time, this helped me grow my confidence. That experience taught me a great lesson. People don't resist our feedback. What they resist is the way we communicate them. Another time that I recall in my high school was when I made the choice to go to the art class. In our educational system, when you're in high school, you're supposed to either go to commercial class, science class, or the art class, at least during my time. Okay? And so, out of the blues, I opted for the art class. And everybody was wondering, including the counselor of our school. She was wondering, oh, you're good in maths. You performed so well in all the science class. Why are you going to art class? And I responded, I told her, I said, I love literature. I love government. I love history. These subjects are not taken in they are rarely taken in commercial class. So even though at the time I wasn't certain that I wanted to be a lawyer, but I knew the subjects I liked. And because of the confidence that had been instilled in me, I wasn't swayed when I saw my friends going to science class. In fact, 60% of the students usually rush to science class. 30% go to commercial class. And then the last 10%, we call them the minority group. They go to art class. And I was part of the minority group, which I enjoyed. Because I wasn't there to please anybody. I wasn't there to please the proprietress, the counselor, not really my parents. I wasn't there to please my parents. I was there because I enjoyed the subjects. You understand? That was in my teen years. I'm talking about age 13, 14, 15. I'm saying confidence will help you make choices. Choices that your parents didn't even know that you could make. The real discourse of today is honoring your family. So how does this relate to the family? The family should be a place where you grow confidence. Many young people believe they have two choices: suffer in silence and grow resentful, or explode in anger and destroy the relationship. But there is a third option that I will introduce to you today. It is called the respectful pivot. In this respectful pivot, we have three R's. We have the respect, we have the reality, and we have the request. The respect is you acknowledging who they are to you, what their intentions are for you, which are obviously good intentions. You acknowledge their love. The reality is for you to state what you're going through at that time. Are you burned out? How has their feedback made you feel so far? Has it boosted your confidence or diminished your morale? What are the reasons why you're not performing well? If you really want to perform well anyway. Okay, so the third R is request. You're going to ask for what you want. What do you think they can do better to make you perform well? How can they assist you to get to that optimum stage that you want to get to? Let me give you a script, for example. I love you and I know how much you want me to excel. I appreciate every sacrifice you made for me. But the way I am pushing myself right now is damaging my health. To give my future my absolute best, I need to adjust how I manage my stress and my schedule. Notice what happens with this script. You respected them, you honored them, you acknowledged their sacrifices. But you also stated your reality. You stated how you feel. And you have also made your request. This is not being disrespectful. This is protecting your peace. You're protecting your wellness. And that is mature communication. Sometimes you might say all the right words and some parents might still not understand. They might tell you, oh, you're being dramatic. Oh, your generation is restless. In our time, we worked harder. Your generation complains too much. If that happens, remember this. The inability of someone else to see your pain does not make your pain imaginary. You cannot change them. You cannot change their belief system overnight. But in that space, you can seek advice. You can talk to mentors. You can try again. Probably in a day that they feel happy. You can try again. Okay? So one thing you shouldn't do is you shouldn't dishonor those that love you so much. Build healthy friendships. Respect never requires self-destruction. I know some of you are watching this while pretending to be okay. You've smiled all day, but deep inside you're exhausted. And it's not because your parents are bad people. It's not because they don't love you. It's because you're tired of being everything to everyone else. You're tired of letting one mistake define your future. If that is you, hear me, I see you. Your exhaustion is real. But there is no harm in seeking support. Needing support does not make you weak. You're human and you should seek help whenever you need it. Let's keep going. If you've been enjoying our video, I'm asking for your support today. Subscribe. like, share. Take a step forward and drop a comment. Let us hear your view. Let us hear your feedback. This will help us grow our community and reach more people. If there's a parent watching this, thank you for tuning in. But let's talk. We know that you have sacrificed so much for your children. But once in a while, instead of asking them, did you come first? Or did you top your class? Just ask them, are you okay? Who are your friends in school? Did you make new friends? Did you enjoy this class? Did you enjoy this subject? What are the subjects that you enjoy? Create relationship, build relationship with them. When you build relationship with them, gradually you gain their trust. They come to you, they talk to you. And when they talk to you, you are better able to advise them. Because they know that even if they fail, their parents are not going to reject them. You're not going to disown them because of failure. So, open your arms. They are your own. Embrace them and train them, teach them until they become the image and likeness of their future successful self. A young woman once shared with me, I am not afraid of failure. I am afraid of going home after failing. And what does that tell us? She is affected more by the response from the family. It is not the failure. Because when you fail, you can pick up yourself, dust your papers, and get it done again. The real fear is going to your loved ones and seeing the rejection in their faces. That can dampen anybody's spirit. And I will enjoin you, provide the love that you can for your loved ones. If they have not performed well in a certain course or in a certain job, what you should do is to encourage them. Remember what I said earlier. People don't resist feedback. What they resist is the way you communicate them. This episode's challenge is the pressure inventory. I want you to take a pen and write these 4 questions down. Number 1, what expectations am I carrying right now? Number 2, who gave me this expectation? And number 3, do I actually believe it? And number 4, what would success look like if fear wasn't making the decision? As you write them down, ground yourself in this truth. My worth is not measured by perfection. I can honor my family without abandoning myself. My mind deserves care and my future deserves peace. Before you leave today, I want you to imagine dropping the heavy weight in an imaginary box. Whatever questions or situations that you haven't found the courage to discuss with your loved ones, just write it down and drop it in the unbundling box. The unbundling box link can be found in our descriptions. Drop it there. Let's talk. I would definitely find time to share with the community so that we can hear everybody's view. We can hear at least 1 or 2 people's view that can help you make your decision. And when you do this, when you drop the weight, you walk a little bit lighter because the weight is off. Drop your weight in the box. We will handle it for you. Remember, your parents gave you life, and that is a beautiful gift. Honor and respect them for that. But this life now belongs to you. Protect it. Grow it. Honor it. Do not destroy it, trying to prove that you deserved it in the first place. Imagine meeting your future self. They're happy. They're healthy. Doing the work that they enjoy. They still love their family. Their shoulders are free. What do you think they will say to you? Because they will lean forward and say, thank you for taking care of us. Every healthy choice you make today is a gift to your future self. Find the courage to honor those who raised you. Step into your inner power and stay balanced. Until I see you in the next episode, keep thriving. Now that we are done with the script, let's have a heart-to-heart chat. Is it possible to honor a family that no longer represents the value that you now represent? For example, your parents know a certain way of life, a certain way of living, of eating, of dressing. But you have gone to school, you have seen the world, you have met people, and your values have changed. Do you think you can still honor them when you go back home? How would you respond? Would you go back to their way of living so that you can at least blend in? Or do you just retain your new values and you try to impose it on them? Let's talk in the comment section. Let me hear your views. I just finished my workout and I had already recorded. I recorded this episode earlier. I recorded this episode earlier in the week, but I just don't feel comfortable with the video quality. So here I am recording the first one for you.
Through every hurdle, we build the mind, leaving the doubt and the weight behind. Balanced minds, fulfilled lives, step into your power.